moments memorable.
Hi, Ron! Morning!
Brothers Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry.
I'm proud to say that I'm a born and bred Westcountry girl. With its gentle rolling hills, rugged moors and gorgeous coastline, it's always been a place close to my heart. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Now I'm on a quest to dig deeper into my corner of the country. On a gastronomic tour of discovery.
That is the best fish I've ever had.
To taste the best of the West.
It tastes like love.
Meeting some beautiful people.
Hello, my darling.
With a passion for produce.
Yeah!
And along the way, I'm going to be joined by another proud Westcountry resident. Michelin star chef Paul Ainsworth.
That's food heaven right there for me.
We're going to be cooking up some delicious dishes that really celebrate the place we call home.
Cheers.
Cheers. So saddle up and enjoy my taste of the Westcountry. Welcome to Somerset, isn't she a beauty? I've spent a lot of my childhood in Somerset, so I feel like I'm a part of Somerset, and Somerset is definitely a part of me. When I think of Somerset, I think of like apples with beautiful orchards, nice, crisp, golden pints of cider, beautiful tangy cheese. This county is one ginormous larder, a plethora of produce, a pleasure trove of tasty delights, all waiting to be devoured. So today I'm going on a whistle-stop tour of Somerset to have a gorge, quite literally. Today I'll be feasting on Somerset, the heart of the southwest. We'll start off on the Exmoor coast, where the world is literally my oyster.
I could eat about 10 of them. Gorgeous.
I'll find time for a tipple on a Somerset cider farm. Oh, that is quite strong, isn't it? Then things are gonna get a little cheesy. I've got a newfound respect for proper cheddar cheese. And finally, Paul is going to hit the sweet spot.
Upside down apple pie.
I reckon I'm in heaven.
Good.
But I'm starting on the Exmoor coast in a pearl of a village that's turning chefs' heads with its frankly surprising produce. When you think of oysters, what do you think of? Well, I certainly don't think of Somerset. But here in the pretty hamlet of Porlock Weir, they have a proud tradition of oyster farming dating back more than 200 years. And the man responsible for it today is Jed.
Hi, Josie.
Hello, Jed.
Hi,
Thanks
how
for
are
having
you?
me.
You're most welcome. Nice to meet you. Welcome to sunny Porlock.
Oh my God, it is absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it just?
Do you know what? I'm from the West Country and I never even knew this place existed.
Really?
Yeah.
No, do you know what? It is a hidden gem.
And it's so tranquil and sweet and it's just...
And I get to work here.
And what type are they then?
So they are Pacific oysters, grade A water, one of the only sites in the UK to have grade A waters. And we pride ourselves on that, and it gives our oysters some of their unique flavour. And you can try one later if you like.
Oh, I can't wait. I love an oyster. They're so good for you, aren't they?
They really are. They're full of zinc, calcium, actually a superfood. So they're very, very, very good for you.
And they're aphrodisiac, aren't they?
They are indeed. It is true, yeah.
So if anybody wants a really good night, get yourself down to Porlock Weir. Get yourself some oysters.
There we go. We'd love to have
Guaranteed a little good night on that.
Most certainly.
Well, I don't know, but maybe.
Yeah.
FYI, oysters aren't scientifically proven to be an aphrodisiac.
And before you try them, Josie, you have to come down to the site and help me pull some in, because we've got some work to do.
Oh, really? All right. Okay. I'm up for
Have
it.
you got your wellies?
I've got my wellies, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Jed and I are heading to the foreshore, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. The Bristol Channel has the second highest tidal range in the world, and its strong tidal currents means harvesting in Porlock Bay can only take place at very low tides.
So we're just going over this way now. And
rocks are getting bigger.
I know, yeah.
Every day, Jed has to navigate the myriad of boulders, rocks and pebbles to get out to the racks where the oysters are located, and he only has a small window of time to do that in. So this is the definition of Pebble Dash.
Here we are.
Look at it!
Yeah, we'll leave that on. We always leave the ignition running just in case there's any issues with our gator. But yeah, race against time.
Well,
Come
it was
on through.
adventure just getting here.
This is it. Well, here
look
they
at
are.
this.
Yeah, welcome.
So this is where all the magic happens.
It certainly is. We've got roughly, I'd say, 100 oysters per bag. As you can see, they're elasticated down with these heavy elastic bands and these metal trestles here that we pin down and hammer down so that they stay on the seabed.
And what is the process of growing an oyster?
Well, we grow them from seed in our nursery in Bantham. And when they get to a certain age, we'll bring them over here.
So these waters give them their unique flavour?
Yes, oysters will inherit the land and the environment that they're in.
Oh, nice. And do you know what? You just said we're on a race against time.
We are.
So it can be quite a dangerous job, really.
It is, yeah. You've got to watch your step. The stone's around if you're harvesting and the tide is coming in. Poor Carl over there, he took a tumble the other day, but I'm sure he's all right now.
Oh my goodness, and all these would be filled up with all oysters, and then what happens? Where does it go then?
So once they have done their quarantine period here, they'll come to the restaurant, and that's when they'll be put into the depuration tanks. They'll depurate, which just means purify, for 2 days, and then once they're ready, they're ready to eat.
The motor started making a really weird noise. Is that all right?
No, it's fine.
It's
it's good.
Okay, we're gonna get back all right.
Yeah, we're all right, I promise.
Don't want to be out here when the tide comes in.
You don't. You got to respect the sea, and the tide waits for no man, so you've got to be on time for this job.
We better get a shift on them.
So over here, we've got one of our bags.
Jed, the question that is burning on my lips is, have you ever found a pearl?
Do you know what? We actually did, and it was during service. It wasn't big enough to quit the day job, but it was only about that big.
So out of all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of oysters, have you only ever found one pearl?
Just the one, yeah. So we're going to keep searching.
It's like finding a pot of gold under the rainbow, isn't it?
It is. Might be one in this one. Can we take this bag back and we can have a look?
Yeah, can I keep it?
If you find it, you can keep it, all right?
Come on, let's go.
Come on in.
Armed with our bag of oysters, Jed and I are heading back to the restaurant, where head chef Merrick has prepared an oyster spread for little old me.
So, I'm going to do 2 oysters on the barbecue for today.
Yeah?
One of them is a crab tikka masala oyster, and then I'm going to do the classic Rockefeller.
And what's that then?
So that is confit down shallots, garlic in butter with Perignon for an anise flavour, and then it's a herbed parmesan breadcrumb on top.
Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited now. And then what's this?
So the cold ones, I'll be doing a dashi jalapeno and ginger oyster. And then I'm also going to be doing a Westcountry one, which I thought I'd do for you, which is a cider one with a cider jelly, fresh apple and cider vinegar.
You don't have to ask me twice.
So here, I've got my crab tikka masala butter.
And so you dress the oyster before putting it on the barbecue? You wouldn't do it after?
I do, yeah. I want it to cook in the butter. And then here, this is my Rockefeller butter. And then on top here, I've got herb parmesan breadcrumbs, and that's going to kind of gratinate on top as well.
So when were these harvested then?
The oysters were harvested a couple of days ago, and then I just pick the ones I want out of the tank.
So it doesn't get fresher than that?
It can't get fresher.
Are you on them all the time?
I am on them all the time.
That's why you've got big muscles.
That's it. Oyster arms.
Oyster arms, all right, yeah, get them on the barbie, come on. So they just fit on like that and cook in their shell?
That's it, yeah.
And how long would you leave them on for then?
Well, until they're bubbling, you can see it cooking. Depends how hot it is, but yeah, a couple minutes probably.
Whilst they're cooking, we're going to get stuck into the raw ones.
I've got a dashi infused rice wine vinegar.
Lovely.
Sweet, but with an umami flavour. Then on top of that, I'm going to put a slice of jalapeno, and this is sushi ginger. And then I'm going to finish that with a piece of coriander.
Very delicate, isn't it? And then what are you going to do with the big bad boy there?
So the big one's for you, Josie.
Oh, is it? Oh, lovely.
And I've done a cider one.
You knew I was coming.
Exactly.
You knew I was coming.
So that's a cider vinegar I've just put on there.
Yeah.
And then I've made you specially a cider jelly. So this is local cider from down here in West Somerset. And then on top of that, I'm just putting fresh apple sticks. And I'm going to finish that with a piece of dill. So Josie, which one would you like to try?
Well, you know, being a Westcountry girl, it's got to be the cider oyster, hasn't it? Right, okay, down the hatch. Right. I could eat about 10 of them. Gorgeous.
Just in time, the cooked oysters are ready.
So here I've got some pickled shallots, and I've got raw fennel.
And how'd you come up with all the flavours? Where'd you get all your inspiration from?
I just imagine flavours, and then they just kind of come to me. 90% of them work, 10% don't.
Right, okay, let me be the judge, see if this one works. Definitely works. Definitely works. Merit, the flavours of that is legendary.
I've integrated myself into the process of oyster farming and all the work that goes in behind it, and has given me a newfound respect for that little bit of meat in that little shell, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Coming up, our very own chef Paul Ainsworth is going to elevate those oysters to a whole new level.
That is a real taste of Somerset.
Thank
Paul
you.
Ainsworth style.
Making moments memorable, Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry. Making moments memorable, Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry.
I've headed inland to the south of the county, to a rural landscape populated with trees. But these aren't any old trees, they're apple trees. Being a Westcountry girl, I've always had a passion for the old apple wine, and Somerset is at the core of the English cider making scene. Today you can find some of the finest and oldest ciders in the world here. But I'm going to meet a Somerset farmer called Harry, a man so confident in his product, he named it after himself. Hello, Har.
Hello, my darling.
Harry. What a greeting, what a Somerset greeting.
Oh,
How are
it's
you?
lovely. What a lovely day,
Oh,
eh?
it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful. Thank you for having me. Thank you. How much orchard have you got here then?
We're about 22 acres.
22
acres, which is about 5,500 trees.
So all your cider is made from proper crisp apples.
Proper lovely cider apples.
Grown in Somerset.
We're in the heart of cider land here. Somerset is all about cider, isn't it? People know Somerset for cider. It's lovely to be part of that heritage, that provenance of being a Somerset farmer and growing apples and making cider.
Unbelievably, Harry's little apple empire started life as a hobby. But since 2012, he and his son have grown the business into an award-winning brand.
Do you know what? All this from a hobby. I can't believe it.
I know, it's quite amazing.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, get on.
So this is where all the magic happens, Harry.
This is the magic.
Wow, look at this.
Wow.
So what happens in that, Har?
Well, these are the fermentation and maturation tanks. So when the apples are pressed, the juice gets pumped into these tanks. So these are for the fermentation, and after fermentation, it's the maturation. We don't actually drink our cider until the earliest, probably June the following year.
So if I've picked a cider apple from the tree,
Yeah.
it's gone through the press, how long have I got to wait before I'm drinking that apple?
7 or 8 months. You've got to have a bit of patience. You've got to let it mature, give it a bit of character, bit of body, bit of depth.
Harry likes his cider, how I like my men.
Shall we try a bit of the cider straight out the vat?
Straight out the vat?
Straight out the vat.
Well, now we're talking.
Right, this is fermented, matured, ready for bottling, but this is raw cider.
So is this strong?
Well, you try it, see what you think.
All right. Bit scared now.
This is bone dry.
Proper stuff.
There you go, try that.
Right, okay.
Cool.
Well, that is quite strong, isn't it?
Well, that's magic, isn't it?
That's magic. Yeah, no wonder you're in a good mood all the time, Mar.
Do you want another one?
I'm going to stay here all night. I'm not going home.
Nor am I.
Go on, then, do another one, Har. Now the party started, Har. So, Har, how long has that been in there?
About since October.
So this is before you've even done anything to it?
Exactly.
Well, I quite like that. I'm a sucker for any cider, frankly, but Harry is going to give me a lesson in a proper way to taste the apple nectar. You know, like wine?
Yep.
You swill it around and everything like that. Is there like a...
There is an art to tasting, and they always say the first bite is with the eye. So you must hold your glass up and look at the colour. Is it light?
It is light.
Is it dark? Is it rich? It just gives you an idea.
Not that dark,
No.
but it looks rich.
And then we have to consider flavour.
Okay.
Now, two components of flavour are taste and aroma. Aroma is about 80% of that. So you must get your nose in there, swill it around. Yeah? Get on. Yeah?
Cool, that just done something to me.
And then you must have a little sip and move it around in your mouth.
Okay.
Because you have different receptors on your tongue and around your mouth.
Okay.
And then you've got to swallow. Get on then, swallow it.
I'll tell you what, that is so fresh.
Good.
Tastes lovely.
Hopefully it tastes like apples too.
Tastes like apple. Do you know what? It could be mistaken for apple juice. That's the problem. You have a couple of them thinking it's apple juice and it creeps up on you. That is lovely.
Great.
Oh, well done, Harry.
Right, we better go and have another drink, haven't we?
I think I may have had enough. It's gone straight to my head. Harry! I'll leave Harry to his cider, but I'll be taking some back to my mate, Michelin-starred chef Paul Ainsworth, who's going to use our produce to knock up a gastronomic Somerset delight. Right, Paul, I've bought you some lovely ingredients.
You really have.
Yeah, from my neck of the woods. These oysters are to die for.
Yeah.
So what have you got in store for me?
So I'm going to cook you beautiful cured chalk stream trout. We're going to do some oysters deep fried. So I'm going to make an oyster mayonnaise, which you're going to do for me.
An oyster mayonnaise?
Oyster mayonnaise. And we've got, as you say, some beautiful ingredients. We're going to do a lovely fennel, pickled cucumber and apple salad. But this cured trout is the first job. Wild trout is just a thing of beauty. So we're going to cure it in some salt, some sugar, a little bit of juniper berry. And we've got that lovely cider that you found.
That cider, I will say, is strong.
Yeah.
I might have got a bit tipsy.
First thing we're going to do, we're not going to use all of these junipers. We're just going to crush
I've only ever had it in
4.
gin.
Yeah, exactly. For me, you just instantly think gin.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a bit of tonic.
So here we've got a really, really lovely sea salt, okay? It must be sea salt, not the table salt. You've got to use like a really good salt. So we go in with the salt. We're going to take some of that cider you found. And we don't need a lot of this, Josie, so we're just going to put in...
Tonic!
There we are.
Ooh!
All right. Cool, it's feisty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now just simply like mix that around. We don't want this to go like liquid. We just want to bring it together like a paste. So we're just going to put that all over the trout.
Right.
Now what this does is the salt is going to instantly start working on the trout.
Does it cook it?
Exactly that.
Right.
So what you're doing is you're getting this lovely flavour going in there from the juniper and the cider. The sugar's also playing its part as well, so it's giving it a lovely little bit of sweetness. But we just leave that on there for 4 hours. So I'm going to give you a job.
Lovely.
All right, you
Yeah,
ready?
yeah.
So we're going to make oyster mayonnaise.
First, he pops a handful of oysters into a food processor.
Blitz it up.
He then adds a light olive oil.
Lovely.
A little bit at a time until it thickens up.
Good little blender.
How you getting on? That's looking good.
Is it?
Yeah. Just press stop a sec. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm impressed.
It's got a little...
Look at that.
Woo!
Look at that. Great job.
We're starting to think you're a bit of a genius.
Oh, well,
Paul moves on to the dressing for his salad, dissolving sugar into the juice of 3 limes with a little bit of zest for good measure. On a low heat.
now we'll move on to this lovely salad. And I want to talk to you about this as well.
I've been looking at that thinking, what is it?
So we've got in there a little bit of that cider, white wine vinegar, water, some salt, some sugar, some toasted fennel seeds and some toasted mustard seeds. So really, really simple, just all in the pan. We've brought it up to the boil just to burn off some of the vinegar. And then you just get this lovely sweet pickle. All right, so try that.
Oh my God.
It's lovely, isn't it? Now, just want to you see the bubbles have got big. That obviously means the liquid is just getting thicker. And we're going to pour that all over our apple, pickled cucumber, fennel, and just make this amazing salad. So here I'm just chopping fennel. So we go in with the fennel.
Yeah.
Then a cucumber, which he de-seeds before chopping.
So we just go through cucumber.
Jackie Chan. The nice
Jackie Chan.
Then that goes into the pickle. And then it's the apple's turn for the chop.
We just take nice slices, leave the skin on.
Sliced into matchsticks. The lime dressing is poured over with a spoonful of pickle. And then Paul gets in there to coat every piece of fennel and apple.
So we'll add in some of that lovely pickled cucumber. Gonna chop some dill.
Oh, it smells so good already.
I'm also gonna take some chervil. So you're getting like an aniseed kind of vibe.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Pop a little bit of seasoning in there. Twist the pepper. And that is just, I mean, that's just lovely on its own.
That is a picture of health.
All right.
And that's our salad. A few hours later,
Here you go, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
the trout is cured and coated, it seems.
All I've done is that lovely oyster mayonnaise that I showed you how to make. I've spread that all over and then I've just chopped dill all over the top of that. All right. So we're going to come to that in a second. So the last job before we plate up is our oysters.
Okay.
So here I've got panko breadcrumbs. So
Okay.
panko, it's like a Japanese style breadcrumb. So it's sort of a bit like desiccated coconut sort of texture. So it just kind of goes instantly nice and crisp. So we take our oysters. So
Look how big and
I'll
juicy
put
they
them
are.
in there. And if you just basically kind of get the crumb all around them.
Just can't believe the size
Awesome.
of these bad boys. Look at that.
And now just simply just drop them in like that.
How long would you fry them in there, Paul?
A minute,
Oh,
just
wow.
until they go kind of nice and golden. So while they're cooking, Josie,
Yeah.
we take that lovely cured trout. So we just take nice, what you would call almost like sashimi. In fact, there you go.
Really?
Yeah, I think you are going to enjoy that.
That is so beautiful. I honestly prefer trout over salmon.
Yeah, me too.
You can taste the goodness. You
It's
do what I
lovely,
mean?
isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely. And we're ready to plate up.
Ooh.
And we'll just go into the middle with the trout. I'll just fold it over just so it kind of looks nice.
It's proper food, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? You never ever lose that buzz of plating up and just about to present something and hopefully make someone happy.
Definitely making me happy, Paul, I tell you that.
Paul pipes on blobs of my oyster mayo and a sprinkling of herbs and leaves.
We'll put some lovely watercress just over the top. Getting some lovely, good quality olive oil to those lovely deep fried oysters. We'll just go in there like that. Final thing, Josie, a little bit of lemon zest.
I honestly think this is probably my most favourite day in the world.
And then we'll just hit those oysters with a little bit of lemon juice. And there you have it. Cider cured trout, our beautiful oysters that you found with that lovely fennel, apple and cucumber salad.
I couldn't be prouder. So, Paul, let's taste this bad boy.
Yeah, let's get stuck in.
We need to hang out more often.
Yeah,
This is unreal.
good with me.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is a real taste of Somerset.
Thank
Paul
you.
Ainsworth style.
That dish was a real revelation to me. But next, we're going underground
Wow,
for a taste of Somerset you might be more familiar with.
there is so much that goes into this. It's blown my mind.
Making moments memorable. Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry. Making moments memorable. Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry.
I'm in the north of the county of Somerset, a place of beauty and wonder, and home to a couple of globally famous phenomenon that share the same name.
Cheddar! Yeah, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. It is the most quintessential, world-renowned cheese on the planet, and it comes from this little village here in Somerset, and it's got deep connections with the famous Cheddar Gorge.
The cheese and the gorge are interlinked, and you can't understand one without understanding the other. So I'm starting with the gorge, the largest of its kind in the country.
Well, Paul, this is a bit spectacular, isn't it?
Hello, welcome to Cheddar Gorge.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome.
It never ceases to amaze me, this place.
Yeah, it's a spectacular part of the world.
Oh, the beauty of it is unreal.
And Paul, who looks after the gorge, is going to tell me more.
Just looks so prehistoric, doesn't it?
Millions of years old, and it's been carved out over centuries.
So would this all have been underwater then? So we're actually in what would have been a giant river.
Yeah, well, sort of over 300 million years ago, this would have all been a sort of subtropical area, and that would have all the plant life and all the fish that were swimming around compressed down to make the limestone. When that left and all dried out over the different ice ages, the meltwater came rushing through here and carving out the gorge.
I mean, we're not underwater with any fishes, but we are here with a lot of mountain goats.
Yeah, there's lots of mountain goats coming around. Yeah, they certainly enjoy having a little munch and having their lunch on the cliffs.
And they're not owned by anybody. They are free roaming.
Yeah, they're free
mountain
roaming
goats.
Yeah, they're free roaming. They're feral goats. We've got goats and sheep that live in the gorge.
Well, oh my God, there's about 6 of them now.
Yeah.
Understanding the gorge is not just about looking up. You also have to look down. Beneath us is a network of caves discovered in the early 20th century by a man called Richard Goff.
Oh, it gets chilly as you're coming in, doesn't it?
But they were formed over 500,000 years ago.
Just watch your feet.
Wow.
A nice spectacular place underground.
Oh, wow, Paul, he looks lively. So that is the famous Cheddar Man.
Yep, so this is Cheddar Man. He's the oldest skeleton to be found in his entirety. The real skeleton has gone down to the Natural History Museum of London, and this one was modelled off those original bones and presented here in the place he was found.
So how old is he then?
So he's about 9,500 to 10,000 years old.
The things that must have gone on here.
Yes, well, we don't know. Obviously, it's a long time ago, so we can make lots of guesswork. Some of the things we do know is that his flesh had been removed using flint tools. He had a big hole in his head, so he survived a big head injury before he was buried in the cave. But exactly why is anyone's guess.
Well, I'm no Columbo, but something tells me somebody knocked him over the head and then maybe a little bit of cannibalism was involved and they ate his flesh.
That's a good guess.
Oh, bless him, little Cheddar Man.
Right,
Let's
we
go.
carry on.
It's sad.
As you venture further into the caves,
It looks like something off an Alien film. I mean, look at that over there.
things start to get really interesting.
Oh my God.
So welcome to St Paul's Cathedral.
Wow, this is something else.
If you want to come this way, Josie, I'll show you this nice little hole just through the middle here.
The power of nature never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
So when was the St Paul's Cathedral part discovered?
This chamber was discovered 8 years into the dig, so it started in 1890 and it would have been 1898 when this chamber was actually discovered.
Wow, can you imagine? 1898 and you've walked into this?
Yeah, so when they came through here, they had some gas lamps and some candles. They spent 8 years digging away in here, not knowing what they're going to find. And then they moved one rock out the way, poked the head in, and this, the answers their dreams. So it would have been a very spectacular moment for them.
It's like something off Indiana Jones, isn't it?
It would have been definitely, yeah.
So, welcome. This is the diamond chamber. And there's a magic formation here in front of us.
Oh my goodness. This is cool.
It's very cool. 11.5 degrees, in fact, which is ideal temperatures for the cheese to grow.
Yes, you heard it correctly. These extraordinary caves are the home of cave-aged cheddar.
Ah,
My goodness.
morning.
Hello, Nick.
Hi Josie, how are you?
Well, do you know what? I've just seen the Cheddar Man, but it's a pleasure to meet the real Cheddar Man.
Great to meet you.
Hello, thanks for having me.
A pleasure. Well, welcome to Cheddar Gorge. We make the only cheddar made in cheddar, and we mature it here in Cheddar Gorge Caves. It's a magical space.
You actually mature all your cheese in a cave?
Well, we mature a number of our cheeses in our cave. We mature about 280 at one time because this is the biggest chamber that we've got here in the cave.
I wonder how they even discovered putting cheese in a cave made it so lovely.
Well, the legend goes that a milkmaid had taken some milk into the caves in 2 pails. She'd been distracted during her time there and she'd forgotten and left the milk. She realised a few days later, and by that stage the milk had turned into something much more different. So she tried the milk and realised that it had become a cheesy property.
Good old milkmaid.
That's right. She got distracted by a farmhand and...
So we've got cheddar cheese because a milkmaid was distracted by a bloke and she went and had her wicked way with him.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
so-
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant story.
Whether there's any truth to that saucy tale, this is a cheese with some serious history.
Cheddar has been made in cheddar since the 12th century. The word cheddar actually comes from the Anglo-Saxon word codor, which translates to hidden place, and that means the caves. So when they were first making cheddar, they were storing cheese in the caves to keep the cheese cool. And then over time, that cheddar and the process has developed so that cheddaring is now a verb in itself and it refers to a part of the process. Would you like to come and see how we make it?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
Great.
thank you. And will I be able to eat some?
Oh, yes.
All right, now I'm on. I'm your girl.
Welcome to the Cheddar Gorge Cheese Company.
So cute.
The cheese here is all made by hand using expert cheese making skill.
Nick, this place is amazing.
Thanks, Josie.
Lovely to witness the cogs behind everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the engine room. This is where the magic happens. So it all starts with milk, and that's the crucial ingredient. The milk comes from a dairy farm just outside the village of Cheddar, and it's about using raw milk in the process. That's what's different in our process compared to other large producers.
We've come just in time to see the famous cheddaring process.
We start with a compact block of about sort of 8 kilos, which we then cut and then we turn, and then we cut them into smaller strips and we layer them and then we stack them.
That's the cheddaring bit.
That's the cheddaring. And then once you've got to that point,
Yeah.
you're then ready to mill the curds. Because what we want to do is to take the curd and then pack them into these moulds. And it takes about 200 litres of milk per cheese.
Incredible. Well, so much work goes on behind it, and it's lovely to see people working back there and it not all done by machines. It's
Absolutely. Welcome to our maturing store. If you love cheese, this is the place to be. We've got our cave mature right here.
So that's been in the cave,
That's right, yeah.
and that's why it looks a lot mouldier than the others.
That's right, that's right. You get a completely different mould to the mould that develops in our maturing store. So this one over here, for example, this is a younger recipe. This is a mellow recipe cheddar. So this is just 5 months old. All new cheeses will come in here for the first 6 weeks of their life. So that it allows the rind to harden up a little bit, because part of the process isn't just tasting the cheese, but it's actually moving the cheeses and turning the cheeses to make sure that we get that maximum flavour. So every cheese that we make has to be turned once every 2 weeks.
There is so much that goes into this. It's unreal. It's blown my mind.
Yeah, it's basically caring and loving the cheese to make sure that you get the best out of it.
Part of that process means someone's got to taste it. Oh, go on then.
So what we do, and I'll let you have a go, is we hold the back of the cheese,
Yeah.
we find a suitable point, and then we just push the iron all the way through. If you grab the end there,
You've got to have some muscles for that.
give that a push.
And then all the way through.
Yeah, push it all the way through. That's great. Keep going.
Oh my God.
Perfect. Okay. And then to take a sample, what we do is
twist it,
yeah,
yeah?
twist
Yeah.
it. So turn it.
Oh my goodness. And then you keep twisting out, do you?
Until and that point there, and then just slowly just bring it back. Yeah, beautiful.
Right, okay.
So we're going to try some.
Will it be rude not to?
If you hold your hand out and sort of squidge it together
Yeah.
and sort of form a bit of a paste,
All right.
and then when you're ready, pop it in your mouth. Cheese is always best enjoyed at room temperature.
That'd be lovely with a bit of chutney and a biscuit.
So that's a young cheese.
That's lovely.
Once we've taken our sample, we can't leave a hole like that.
No.
So what we do, put the cheese back in.
You're plugging it back in?
Yeah.
God.
So then what we do is we plug the hole like that to hide the crime.
Hide the crime. We've had a little nibble. We're like
it.
mice.
Now he's breaking into the cave aged.
They're probably worth about £1,000 each.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Let's have a try and see what you think. Ready?
Down the hatch.
Let's go.
Oh, that is strong, isn't it? That's the most mature cheddar I've ever tasted in my life. And I can taste the beefiness of it.
There you go.
And it's like a tiny little bit of Marmite as well.
Exactly.
It's like having a really nice cheesy gravy.
Yeah. Cheesy
makes
gravy.
sense.
Yeah.
But I love a
it
good
does.
gravy.
Well, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem at all.
Plugging it in. Here we go. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, we're very proud of what we make.
And I'm proud of your skills of hiding the evidence. Let's go before anybody catches us.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba doo, that cave aged cheese is something else.
I've got a newfound respect for proper cheddar cheese.
And I'll be taking a chunk of that back to our maestro, who has one last Somerset stunner for us.
Shake.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh my God, it's coming
tell you
out
what.
perfect.
And it will turn your world upside down.
Making moments memorable. Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry. Making moments memorable. Rodder's Cornish Clotted Cream, proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the Westcountry.
My Somerset food odyssey is sadly drawing to a close.
Well, I cannot leave this picturesque, magnetic county without trying a traditional treat. Now, obviously, we're famous for our apples down here, and if they're not going into cider, they're going into this apple cake. And Mary Cedric in the 1950s breathed a bit of life into this cake when she just put it together using her kitchen ingredients, and it was actually gifted to the Queen for our Diamond Jubilee. And if it's good enough for Your Majesty, it's good enough for me. And obviously, I'm a bit of a double dipper. So a little bit of apple cake into a little bit of clotted cream. It'd be rude not to. Oh, God. That is a proper taste of the Westcountry.
All that remains is to head down to our Cornish kitchen for something scrumptiously Somerset prepared by the one and only Paul Ainsworth.
Paul, we've got the finest Westcountry apples, all right? We've got the finest Westcountry cheese.
Yes.
And we've got the finest Westcountry cider.
Yes. And I am so excited to cook this dish for you. This is up there as one of my favourite combinations. Growing up as a kid, my dad was from the north in Lancashire, but I grew up having like a piece of fruitcake with cheese. So this recipe is taking all these lovely ingredients you found, and I'm going to basically cook you essentially what is like it's a tartare, but I'm going to call it an upside down apple pie. And then also that amazing cheddar.
So the mould on that come all the way from Cheddar Gorge.
Yes. Right, so I'm taking the top and bottom off of these apples, right? For this dish, apples like English Cox Pippins, Pink Ladies, Braeburns, they work brilliantly because what happens is they cook, but they don't kind of go to mush.
Right, okay.
All right.
You can still taste the apple.
Yeah.
The apple still sticks together.
And
okay.
yeah, it still sticks together, but it's the texture of the apple as well. I mean, again, baked apples, one of my favourite things. So while I'm peeling the apples, I'm also, if you just have a smell in there, right?
Oh, lovely.
So in there we've got
Lovely.
muscovado sugar and some water. So we're just going to bring that up to a heat. So all I'm doing here, Josie, is I'm just going to dissolve the sugar into the water, and basically that's going to bubble, and that's going to be the basis of our caramel. And then I'm going to add in some cream, some butter, and that lovely cider, and that's it. And then we make here. Do you like sticky toffee pudding?
Who doesn't like sticky toffee pudding?
In fact, have a taste of that now. That's the finished one. You can taste that now. I'm going to show you how to make it.
Right. Oh, wow. I think this is my favourite gig of all time. That is unreal.
So you see now how we're starting to, basically the sugar is dissolved into the water's evaporating. Now we're making that lovely kind of caramel. I'm going to add in now the cream.
Yeah.
And this is when it kind of goes into those kind of like sticky toffee pudding
Has it got to be double?
kind of vibes. Yeah, yeah. Now butter. Sometimes people are a bit worried with caramel, like they're going to split it or anything, but this won't. This will just thicken nicely like that, and you see it just looks like butterscotch, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks
like
lovely.
fudge.
Yeah.
Now, that for me is absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to turn the heat down, but I'm not going to turn it off. Now, at this stage, that cider,
I love the way the cider sneaks his way in.
Yes,
we need that, don't we?
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that is it. And that's ready now. So we turn off the heat, okay? Let that settle, and that'll just thicken, and you've just got the most delicious apple cider muscovado mayhem.
Unreal. Unreal.
This for me is the key ingredient, because there's something about sea salt and caramel that I just find heavenly, amazing.
Oh yeah.
So pinch the salt in there, and now that's done. Just leave that to just settle, and that will literally thicken up and go lovely. And I'm going to use a Josie word, lush.
All right.
That will go lush. How is my lush?
It's really good.
Yeah, is it good? Is that a good lush?
I'm proud of you.
With the cider caramel sauce underway, we are moving on to pastry.
With a pie like this, puff pastry is the best. Roll that out to about the thickness of a £1 coin.
£1, okay.
£1, yeah.
I'm on pastry rolling duty,
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
whilst Paul prepares his apples into sizable rounded chunks.
Look at that.
Right, okay. That is absolutely spot on. Pop that pastry there for
Okay.
me. All right. So we've got our apples. Look at those. It's amazing as well how they start out and they start to kind of cook down. So
Okay.
pan,
Yeah.
all right. 50 grams of butter. So it's not soft, but I just need it where it's been out the fridge probably for 20 minutes, so I can just push it into the pan.
Okay.
Now this is really simple, because this is a really, really classic technique. So we've got the butter,
Yeah.
push down, equal, same again, 50 grams of sugar. So that's just some caster sugar.
Okay.
One in the middle like that, and then we just build them round, just overlapping. Then this takes about 2 hours. Baked apples, crisp pastry, and more of that butterscotch.
I've never seen it done in a pan before.
Yeah, so this is your classic way of what you would call doing like an apple tartatan, or in this case, upside down apple pie. All right? Now the last thing to do, just poke a little hole in the middle. And what that does, kind of creates like a release.
And with that, the pie is ready to bake.
In the oven,
Yeah.
180 for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
And then let the oven work its magic.
Look at your face. You're so excited.
Oh, this is literally the best bit. That's what happens.
Oh, that's what happened.
All right.
It looks like a caramel flower.
Yeah, a caramel flower. Nice. I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So, put your plate on, okay?
Yeah.
Get your handle and then just turn it upside down, right? Little shape.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh my God, it's coming
tell you
out
what.
perfect.
Tell you what, that was a moment. Yeah, that was a
Were you
moment.
sweating then
I
for a bit?
was like, please, Paul, please make this happen. So all of that,
Look
like
at
that. Ready? I mean, just look at it.
They're caramelized so much, they look like peaches.
Yeah, and then just those ones that just come up, put that one back in the middle, and there you have it.
Oh my goodness.
Then that lovely cider caramel, and drizzle that all over.
A sprinkling of sea salt. And somewhat surprisingly, Paul scatters on thyme.
Never ever would I thought about putting thyme on an apple cake.
And then it's cheddar time.
I'm not going to lie, and I have done it. I could eat a whole one of those.
Right, I could eat two.
You could eat it, yeah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So we'll just cut it in half. Hear that pastry?
That crunch.
That's why you cook it for as long as that.
Right.
And just that, all right? And just take a piece of that, like that, and then like that on top of that. That's food heaven right there for me.
Your face. You're like an excited kid.
Yeah.
Right.
You go and I'll go.
I reckon that is where that saying naughty and nice come from.
Yeah.
Because that is so naughty, but so nice.
But you see what I mean? Like,
that
it's just works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just works.
You've opened my world, Paul Ainsworth. You've opened my world.
Happy?
I'm wagging my tail.
Good. Right, let's drink more cider.
It's the best day ever, isn't it? I reckon I'm in heaven.
Good.
I feel like I've truly savoured Somerset. It's the county that keeps on giving. Friendship.
Hello, my darling.
What a greeting, what a Somerset greeting. Fun
And
and food to fall in love with.
Gorgeous. I love that jelly.
I'm just immensely proud that I can call this home. Next time, welcome to Holiday Hotspot Dorset. What a treat. Wow, I'm a watercress farmer.
Cheers.
Yeah, true.
That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my life.
That's naughty, isn't it?
Proud sponsors of Josie's Taste of the West Country.